to catch them, but never count out MVP with the Bounty Hunter. So I do favor Wayne based on draft, but my heart wants MVP to give us that game.
We want that game 3. We really want that game 3. It's been a pretty hype series already. That first game, QO got shut down, couldn't find many targets. He got a couple of kills in the aisle, but that was it. It was him and Ice. It was the sports. He was bringing them down, but he wasn't doing enough damage to the cores. And again, it was all that kiting coming out. MVP, they didn't have a way to deal with it. Now they're going up against, like you said, the Chrono, the Glimpse, what have you. So Wings, obviously, for the first time in a long time, they go for a normal draft, as the draft panel talked about. And we'll see how well they're able to do this pickup.
So they're going to run a standard laning setup in addition to a pretty standard draft. We will see the off-lane Void. He doesn't do well against Ursa at all. He gets zoned pretty hard, so may have to resort to the Iron Talon, go back to the jungle. MVP, confident in their level 1. They're very scary with the Ion Shell and the gap closing potential they have. So they will secure this top rune. Blink will grab bottom. Looks like the Batrider potentially just going to go mid. The Jug starts boots first, will go to the bottom lane. So it's worth mentioning, as good as Ursa is at dealing with Juggernaut, Disruptor, with Void, Disruptor and Juggernaut are very good at also punishing a Darkseer off lane. So Forev isn't even going to enter the lane. He just goes straight to the jungle with an Iron Talon. I do like this decision. This is a very strong kill lane against the Darkseer.
He should have a sentry. He's dropped one down already. There's another Stifling Dagger to come through. Plenty of damage on Blink, and he has his bottle already. Went no regen, got 2 cooled tangos. He's already up to his bottle. Top lane. Ice is rotated up there as well. Looking for the stomp. Will be successful, though. Just trying to zone out. But again, Blink in that mid lane is getting harassed by Febby. Boy, he's taking some serious damage.
You know, Winter told me Bounty Hunter's not a good harassing hero anymore, but here I see Febby just crushing Blink. The sentry a bit off to the side, and he's mostly been heading kind of around the vision. And now he goes behind the tower. Febby, just an absolute artist at the early zoning. Batrider has not even seen creeps right now, Mod.
Yeah, he really can't punish. He cannot get any last hits. He can't even walk up. And that Bounty Hunter is doing some serious work in that mid lane. But top lane, he getting chased down by Ice. And this is supposed to be a solo matchup. Void is supposed to be alone, but they've rotated Ice to help out. They need that bottom is, of course, completely free farm going for that Juggernaut. And again, it's going to be Innocence. Serious getting the pulls off and getting experience as well. Getting that quick level 6, Static Storm will be a very important factor in this game. Of course, leveled up Glimpse as well is not bad either.
Beware of the Courier Snipe. Courier is walking down the lane against the Bounty Hunter. It is only a level 1 bounty.
Febby can't grab it.
He may have seen Febby for a second running by in the mid lane, but that's still very risky. Generally, you will see players walk back to the tier 2, even if a support's buried out, or try to juke the Courier a bit, wait for the Bounty Hunter to show himself. So the big deviation, I guess, for Wade is that they're running the dual lane with the Elder Titan, as there is a charge towards mid. 2-minute rune about to spawn. Nubu securing that bounty run for QO.
There's that Radiant Ward up at the top rune spot that will see the charge coming through, so Invisibility! Not able to find that kill with that charge. But
yeah, he just wants to get the roots for the team. Without securing the PA's lane, you see the Bounty Hunter harassing, the charge on mid. The key time where MVP are going to get aggressive, as Innocence, looking to scope out this Darkseer, might be able to find a first blood of Forev, who is very low.
Again, seen this before. Does have, I don't think he has the TP that he did last. I think he might just be dead.
Level 2 now, he skills up the Thunder Strike. I don't think he can quite kill Forev yet. He's with a Glimpse. Meanwhile, mid, there's also pressure on Blink.
Use that Firefly, another Stifling Dagger comes out, plenty of damage. Shadow Walk, gonna get the hit up, and Blink will have to be very careful with how he approaches the high ground. Febby now with 3 stacks, drop the sentry down. He might actually be in trouble. Febby's low, 4 stacks, 6 up, but now blocked by the creep wave. Will survive. Blink in trouble. One more right click. Hits the dagger. That does it for QO.
Meanwhile, Innocence, he did end up going for the kill on Forev. He couldn't quite get it. Missed on the kinetic field. And now Mr. 17% in the house.
Oh, he gets the bash to stop the TP. And Innocence will fall.
Double bash there. Secures the kill. Oh, these are the kinds of mistakes that can come back to haunt you against MVP.
Who would have thought?
Still no boots on Blink. This is going to allow the Bounty Hunter to really punish him, and now Ice, it might be his turn mid.
Like you said, QO only goes forward, but Ice, he will go back.
Look at Febby, he's stifling the tower.
Another stifling, he's so low. One more right click, and there it is.
What is this team? MVP, how do they make it work? Somehow, someway. Elder Titan's like, yeah, I'll just go farm at the tier 1. Little does he know, Bounty Hunter will dive him past it. And ends up not even being punished for it. So, MVP, that magic about their early aggression. They found it here, Mod. Now, The good news for Wings, their cores are farming well, and really where they excel at the counter pressure is in the mid game, but they got to get there first. Another charge.
He's going to get caught. Oh, this time he will have health. It's started strike. Here's Bevy doing some right click. Shuriken, he's got mana for it, I believe, but I don't think he could go for that kill with Blink around as well. And another hero rotating in. Ice Ice is nearby as well with the Earth to stop. So let's drop a ward down, and that's going to be the end of it. Bevy will head out.
So Walking Courier did show itself bottom, I believe. Bevy was wondering if it would take the quicker route back, but wisely, Shadow sent it around the long way. So he won't get the Courier snipe just yet.
Here's the good thing for Wings. They have Shadow as well as the Faceless Void in that top lane farming really well. See, 30 last is coming out for the Juggernaut.
Bevy? Oh,
head out. Saw Dubu deny himself to Roshan at the same time. Sure that he gets back to full health and he can charge somewhere if he so chooses to. But that top lane is a matchup we haven't really seen too much of. It's again Ursa going up against Faith Beyond. Yeah, she's roughly even.
You really have to anticipate the ganks. The Wing supports are not that mobile. The charges coming mid, they have 2 heroes in the area. They might be able to punish this dive, Mott.
Wing Dagger comes out, again slowing Blink. How far do they want to go? Into the Firefly and then backing up.
That's not MVP Dota. What are you doing, Dubu?
They're a little too far, I think, from that Bat Rider.
I'm disappointed. But yeah, they definitely should not have dove that with so many heroes missing.
And T, gonna get that top lane. Another charge coming in, Faith Beyond. Got the time walk, but it is on level 2. And T's gonna try to get that damage done, get the time walk coming in and down. There's no way of getting out if they get the dash here. He's actually huge, but the team is gonna be coming in already from Wings. Although it is canceled, Ice Ice won't end up coming to that top lane. His mid lane Deppy is still stalking and trying to
the scan found him.
Link is going to get caught by another Crystal Stifling Dagger, and the stomp will not save him. Although Bevy and QO will take some tower hits, they should be fine for now, but Bevy continues the chase on Ice Ice, who will stay underneath that tier 1 tower. And again, the aggression, the dive, not punished by Wings.
Even dropping the ward now. Bevy making great use of the bounty hunter. They would love to kill the Bat Rider when he goes back to farm stacks. He's at a really rough lane.
They're going in again, diving. The stomp will come out. No! Stop by the Shuriken from Bevy!
Oh, dear. The MVP is happening. You want pop it beyond. He's next. He has to drop the chrono.
I don't know if he can stay here. Not doing nearly enough damage to MP, but Shadow's gonna come in. Omni Slash doesn't bounce to MP. Dubu will try to keep you away. They have to get the match and they will. Faith Beyond blocked up.
But they're flagging. Bevy's already here, Mott.
And Faith Beyond high to the tree line right now. Kyo is instead going to go to work on Shadow. No Omni Slash. He's got his cooldown up 5 seconds.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The Illusion Rune, another Stifling Dagger. Shadow has the Blade Fury.
He's leading them to Faith Beyond, though.
Yeah, they're going to run right into each other. Blade Fury comes down. Shadow's low. Kyo's trying to right-click him down, and it looks like he will.
Come out, Faith Beyond.
Double kill for Kyo. Wow. Double kill, and what a start that Phantom Assassin this game.
The biggest worry, Bevy is already level 5.5 as a roaming bounty hunter. 3, 1, and 2. The guy hasn't even seen creeps this game, Mott. They're in for it now. This game has become very difficult.
He almost said Strax level 6 is going to be up, and then
Radiant's
all of a sudden it's going to get even harder for Wings if they continue to dive these towers.
And you're up against such a good chasing and diving lineup. There's no boots on Ice Ice. Disruptor has no boots either. 2 supports that are absolute food.
Sentry, Ice Ice going to get caught. There's going to be Janata. Charge coming through. Dominating. Shuriken. Bevy gets another kill dominating.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's going to be level 6 at like 8-9 minutes here.
All right, I guess we're still going, huh? Well, Dubu decides against it. They'll back up together now. Forty on another TP. But Shadow decides to stop it.
This laning stage is a complete disaster for Wings.
It's nuts.
And then you have to ask yourself, okay, so Wings have had a really bad laning stage. How did they come back at this game? Well, the thing is, ideally you want levels on your support so you can set up that big combo. The Static Storm, the Earth Splitter with the Chrono. They're nowhere near that. Juggernaut can't man fight effectively against an Ursa. Even struggles versus Spearbreaker and PA. Doesn't have a way to deal with evasion. The bash goes through your Blade Fury. Also, MVP are very tanky, so Omni Slash doesn't net you many easy kills. It's a delayed Blink Dagger on Bat Rider. So perhaps with the hatred he can make something happen, but he's your big initiator for this team. You don't want to blow Chrono on solo pickoffs when you know MVP want to fight every 5 seconds. You need to save that Chrono for a team fight.
Innocent's getting low tapped by Bevy. Comes in with a Janata, they throw the Shuriken, but does get flipped back into the connection field. They have the haste rune. So should be up for Blink. The Firefly with a sticky napalm should be enough, and Bevy looks like he will finally fall. giving away a dominating screw to the Disruptor. That gets him a big
Dubu might get caught too.
stomp coming out. He will get caught. Damage. Firefly, 2 stacks, I believe, as well. And he will fall. 2 quick deaths from MVP and Wings. Now getting back into it.
Over aggression has its costs. Bounty Hunter going down, no big deal. Losing 2 though. Yeah, they're supports, but it's Wings, some breathing room. We want to point out this game, different build from QO. He's gone back for the Dominator on the Phantom Assassin, so it gives them a little more access to late game. Plus they have track load, so even if, let's say, Wings evens out the game, I like their team fight better. I think they are the better late game lineup with equal farm, but you can maintain a farm lead.
Shadow's going to use that Blade Fury. QO actually taking a fair bit of damage. Heavy is in. Not a Fury can come out looking for the Chrono. They'll find it. Heavy getting caught. If the damage, Shadow's not in range. Heavy, they don't have the detection, it looks like. So they might go back in on Shadow as they get another crit from that stifling dagger. Bebby continues to hound Shadow at this point.
He does have Omni though.
He's gonna use it. Bebby kills the healing ward. Was not expecting a turnaround from Shadow. Still getting crit. Running low on mana. Blaze Fury QO though is in trouble. He's alone. They've got the clip. Can they bring him down? It looks like yeah, get a double kill.
Meanwhile, at the bottom rune, they do manage to find Elder Titan. They were going on Blink earlier. MVP overplaying their hand a little bit now, Moth. That's 4 kills in a row they've given up to Wings, and Wings aren't forcing these. They're not smoking, so they're not committing resources. They're farming during this time. Still MVP with the advantage overall when it comes to gold, when it comes to experience, but that was also with the tower. I think the big thing that's going to fuel the next round progression for MVP, that's Torres. Dark's here, next about to be completed. He's 500 gold away. He's also just been turbo farming in the jungle. He has not come to fights, but round 2 of the aggression will feature level 4 IHLs on 2 heroes with a mech. Waynes are going to have to be extremely careful. This could easily result in multiple towers lost, a Roshan planned, and another 4 or 5 ping gold swing, especially now that track is online.
Shadow is going for farming build. He's built up the battle series very close to completion. It's going to help out later, and doing the Omni Slash as well, but I don't know
There's
if they want
5
to fight
melee heroes. Battle Fury feels so good this game if you get the farm.
You might need a bit more, but without the Battle Fury yet, they're not going to be able to fight up, and they will take Roshan. MP's in the pit. That overpowering
Roshan has fallen to the
Dubu looks like he's smoked up with Brev right behind him.
It's a deep warding game that's very important
Radiant's
for MVP.
bottom
We see again the
tower is under
ward
attack.
behind the tier 1 tower bottom. We all already earlier saw the ward placed near the big creep camp. Failed sentry wards dotting the map. It's one of them leading to a kill earlier bottom, but in general, MVP has some division up that's very important for Spear Breaker.
Yeah, he charges
Radiant's
and
bottom
cancels
tower
immediately
is
afterwards.
under
There's
attack.
a sentry there. They can de-ward. And that ward, Faithion will come and use the Quelling Blade and make sure that ward goes down. So MVP lose a little bit of their vision. Nintendo doing a pretty good job running around, but the sentries are placed. They see him. It looks like the track's up. Faithion jumping in. Chronosphere, he'll find it. They need more damage. Bevy, Thunderstrike, and the Kinetic Field as well. Bevy looks like he will fall. Sticks up, comes back in, and he's done. Nothing getting him out of that bad situation.
Still MVP overall pulling ahead in network there, even when those kills are happening, as they get another tower. The more the towers drop, the harder it is for Waynes to reinforce fights when MVP dives. So even if it looks like nothing's really happening for MVP right now, like Waynes are coming back in the game, it just takes that one fight, and now it's a lot easier to achieve that one fight. Also worth pointing out, we've been seeing MVP not really grouping up. If they have agents, they're going to get Blink on Ursa very soon, and they're looking to fight top.
The sentry's down. Heavy Omni Slash, she's going to get caught again, but the neck keeps him alive. Turn around, Shadow, Blade Fury, not there. Can't get the kill. The Stomp out was setting up for grab, but here comes the charge, and it is already low. Nether Strike coming through Ice Ice, taking that damage. Vacuum in, Omni 2, getting grab a double kill.
And now they see Blink, they can get a third.
Gonna try to chase him down. Earthshock should be there. MP really wants the Firefly. He misses the Earthshock. QO looking for the Phantom Strike. He gets it, but no Stifling Dagger to follow up, and they're out of vision.
They do have a great Shadow.
They have a dash in them. Dubu can't find it. Instead, they'll turn their eyes to Shadow, and he will play Fury away underneath that tier 1 tower.
Yeah, that's a fast Battle Fury, considering how much MVP have been running at them. But MP now is Blink. So if they struggle to chase down that 3rd, 4th kill last fight, it's not going to happen this time around. Now they look for the tower.
Radiant structures are
If
fortified.
Juggernaut gets his next couple items, if he gets the late game, Omni Slash could be devastating, but they're pretty tanky even so in MVP. You have a Bajan on
Dire's
QO,
bottom
so those
tower is
extra
under
auto
attack.
attacks in between the Omni Slash strikes haven't been to miss. Ursa is very difficult to burst, and you have Spear Breaker. Jug needs a lot of farm if he hopes to
Radiant's
solo
middle
carry
tower
this
is
late
under
game.
Well, the good news is that I don't think the big point is that far behind.
Radiant's
He's actually
middle
only
tower
500
has
away from
fallen.
the Ursa. He has the potential to be able to right-click as well. Start coming through. Dubu was looking for somebody, and he's going to be charging down to the bottom lane with Faceless and TP home. He gets out of trouble, but MVP will stay together with this mech like you talked about with the Sages. We'll see how much they can get done. We'll look to dive again, but Blink down, fire flying away.
This is the Blink Dagger debut. I don't think Waynes have seen it yet.
I think so. He's
Lurking in the trees.
Yeah. Gonna walk out now. Still no vision there. I don't think they saw it. He's gonna go to the ancient stack.
And that's a really important point.
Radiant's
There is
middle
just
tower
no
is under
vision for
attack.
Waynes right now on their side of the map. It's all top. So they're not really able to farm much. They might get caught here, Maud.
Smoke. Innocence will be the first to be caught, and he jumps right in. Good static storm though still. Innocence will fall to a crack kill. Proto only on the wall. Beyond the beat wants them. Breaking in the last of Fetty will surely fall first. And he might be second when coming in. It's 2-0. MP somehow still alive when finally falls. Vacuum is basically on time walking away. Nice Blink Dagger. They're diving underneath the tier. On the side comes through, but it's not enough. Stop on top. Misses. And they get the kill. Jubu as well, and finally will fall. MP might be next. Here was the day. Here not and Wings turn 3.
That was huge from Ice. What a great 3-hero stomp. Resets the fight. It buys time for Shadow's Blade Fury to cool down and completely turns the engagement. Also worth mentioning there, the Chrono didn't even catch the Ursa. It looked like it was going to be really bad, but MVP losing Febby very early in the fight, so they didn't get those additional tracks out.
Oh, Febby, you're underneath the sentry.
Dire's
Not
top
anymore,
tower
though. He
is
will make
under
it out,
attack.
Shadow. He's going to scope the Blade Fury anyways. He's coming in as well. Thinking napalm Febby. MVP is dead.
Mega kill!
Wings again,
Dire's
finding
top tower
another
is
kill,
under
and this
attack.
will almost get them a tower, I would imagine. The tier 1 tower might be defended as Dubu's charging in, but Wings are starting to gain a foothold in this game. And remember, MVP, 1 loss away from that lower bracket. Wings want to
Dire's
secure
top tower
that
has
$2
fallen.
million.
You know what's really scary, Maud? Waynes might win with a normal draft.
That's
Then they can win pretty much every way under the
for
sun.
the draft panel, that was like the end of the world almost. It felt like they were so concerned about it.
They gave up. They had no faith. Non-believers. But look, Febby's died a lot this game. 7 deaths, and generally, you know, it's often talked about like when Pilot Guy plays Bounty Hunter, for example. It's not a big deal if your 5 position dies. If he's getting wards now, creating space, buying time for carries to farm. But if he's just dying a lot and you're constantly trying to fight, it does come back to hurt you. They're not getting extra track gold with some of these kills. QO went for the Dominator, but now back into BKB. Bounty Hunter's deaths add up this game because he's not really creating space as of late when he dies. He's just giving them gold for free. Some deep wards, but not wards that have been converted into kills, so Febby needs to be careful here.
Ooh, TP, but they don't see it. Blink is going to be able to get out. No shuriken for Febby to be able to stop it. At what point do you say for MVP, okay, well, we're sick of fighting. We need to maybe farm and stay ahead. I don't know if they
Are we talking about the same team?
I mean, I know it sounds plausible, but
Dire's middle tower
they
is
have the
under
ability to
attack.
farm with some of these heroes.
You want to be more careful when Wings have their big cooldown. So Chrono is up currently, Earth Splitter's ready, Static Storm, everything is available for Wings. That's where you don't want to hyper-aggressively dive into the enemy team, plus they don't have Aegis.
Dire's
So
middle
fighting
tower
around
is
the
under
ultimate
attack.
cooldown and fighting around the Aegis timing, those are the 2 big factors that will keep MVP's aggression in check for now. But Forev has the blink. I think we saw that in the last fight. So there is some combo potential with that vacuum into 4-5-0 charge. Head set up for a really strong team fight.
Charge in, Shadow will Blade Fury. Again, if they want to fight, they have Slim. Slim Static Storm, Heavy found yet again. Stomped, killed. Got the 35 and the Chrono top 2 Omni Flash again. They're looking for more. Charge away. Not yet. Surge through from Forev. Dubu will at least walk out. Blink in the tree line for Forev. Jumps in. Patreon gets the back. Dubu's caught. Can they bring him down before he turns down? No. That's enough. It will catch him. Oh, beautifully done from Eyesight. It will fall. It'll be a 3rd kill going away. They just keep getting more and more out of this game, LD.
Man, this Elder Titan is a real game saver. 0-5, but right now I feel like Ice is the one who's stepping up to the plate. And there's a reason why this hero hasn't been getting through very often, even when he has absolutely nothing. Right now, just Tranquil Boost win lane.
Dire's top
He did
tower
just buy a
is under
step with
attack.
Wizardry, but he's been very poor all game. His kit is so good, and it's fine melee heroes. The stomp is going to connect more often than not. we still haven't seen the big wings team fight. That's what worries me for MVP. They can never screw up a team fight. One really bad team fight will be a wipe. If there's a really good chrono, a static storm stomp combination, they don't really have answers for that. So
it was like wings, one more fight will put them. They're on the cusp right now, but they could start getting some real big items here. Wing has to avoid this charge.
And remember, this is with MVP having a great start to the game. Like, imagine if Wings didn't give up all those early kills, if the Sentry was placed a bit differently mid, Bat Rider didn't die to Febby and constantly get dosed. This is with MVP having that fantastic start, and they're still struggling down the stretch. It shows that there are drawbacks to running 5 melee heroes who just run at you. There are counters to this. Looking back, like, 3-4 years ago, there was a big series between IG and LGD where IG was recorded after the series, and they talked a lot about LGD at the time was facing the IG face rush. That was what it was called with the translation. And the counter was Enigma, just picking this hero that can dominate melee heroes because they love to run Night Stalker, Sven, Bounty Hunter, just run at you heroes. This is a strategy that has been used before in different ways by teams in the past, and Wins is showing it can be exploited, it can be punished if you play crisp, coordinated Dota.
Wings looking like that team that's solid all around. We talked about Wings beating themselves before. Doesn't look to be the case so far in this series. They're already up 1-0, and they're looking for that game 2. And they're getting closer and closer as time ticks by. There is the Death Letter pickup for QO. Helps him dish out the damage, but he has the item a couple of times to Shadow Zombie Slash or Chrono Sphere. We'll see if QO can find the kills instead of dying.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Shadow
attack.
now buys a Blink Dagger, so he's even better with pushing and getting away with it. Also can assassinate heroes with defensive if he isolates them. 7-1 and 4 on the carry player.
QO has fallen behind now with only 7,000 net worth. Shadow walks up, that Blink Dagger, but it's still moving by the Blade Fury. Dugu in the tree line looking for a start. Chrono Sphere flank in. He catches 2. Earth Splitter on top. Omni Slice will go in. Looks like he will be about to close. Static Storm, and it should bring him down, and it will. Surgeon Cross is coming in. Shadow sitting low, but he's just going to come from straight down MP now. Looking to bring down Blink one more. He fireflies away. He gets up out. MP is shielded in, and Shadow finds himself another one. Good back roll, but it might be too late. Debbie walks into a Blade Fury and dies. Poor dead for MVP.
P-Bar, Mod, they're all almost dead. They get 4. They walk away on the game. No track gold for you, MVP. That is MVP's ticket to late game. It's track gold. No huge economy here from the PA. Had the Dominator earlier. He sold it. But with that, with no Battle Fury being picked up, not really the type of lineup that just wants to be giving up kills and going late. They're not. It's not like this is Team Secret where they'll be down 20 kills, but they're running out of his Terrorblade, just planning on the 70, 80-minute win. This is a team that wins early or struggles to take it late.
MVP did do very well early, but they couldn't quite get over that hump. And sick, QO sold that Dominator. Very interesting choice to me. And of course, he's still kind of low in the net worth department. Damage done to Innocence, but this is not the early game. Bebby needs +1, more than +1 to help get that kill now. They will go for Roche. That'll help stabilize their economy if they can get it. And it looks like with the Ursa, they can.
Roshan has
I don't know how
fallen to the
concerned Wings
down.
is about 2 lives in MVP.
I would be at this point. They've won every single fight for the past, I think, 10 minutes or so. If you look at the graph, it just shows all green dots going the way of Wings from a long period of time. It's about 18 minutes on or so. What a lead.
They have to get something done with this game. Multiple 4 kills, ideally. Take that tier 2 mid. Try to bottle up Wings a bit. But look at the spread for Wings. It's the same thing as last game, Mod.
He's alive again. He wants to kill it. Vacuum wall. Static Storm on top of it. Walked in and hit the photo. Opportunity on the Splitter. It doesn't feel the ball. There. He's the wall. At least he rages. Stay alive for now. The Blade Fury will come through and the raid is done. It's going to be 3 deaths for MVP. It looks like it's 2-0 now. Looking for Crazy up in a time walker there. Aegis is down. Can they bring him down a second time? QO stops up perfectly timed from either side. Double kill. Shadow is godlike. And MVP, bit by bit, they're getting dismantled by Wings.
You know, I remember when Ice was confused constantly with Ice from Malaysia, with Ice from Singapore. Nobody knew who this guy was. He stood in for Big God at DAC a year ago and wasn't really considered to be that big of a deal. He was a decent health player that Xiao Wei saw and believed in. But my god, he is a hero for this team now. The Earth Splitters, the Stomps, endless control.
Dire's middle
Ursa,
tower is under
PA,
attack.
they're just getting completely changed on and bursted by this guy. And what an underdog story, Wings. They won for it, but now they're looking like unstoppable juggernaut down the stretch. And to make matters even worse, with that fight mod, they start to get their next round of big items. Manta complete on Juggernaut, even harder for the PA to focus. He can remove the track as well. Already Blake has the Aether Lens, as well as the Blink Dagger. They're looking for Faith Beyond bottom.
He's got Time Walk if he needs it. He's
But
already
he's ready.
under that 2 tower. And again, there's good vision coming out. Entry to the jungle is an Observer Ward on the Radiant side that Fred has to take down.
Just notice their items. 3 Blink Daggers, Void already has Time Walk, and a 4-Staff and Elder Titan. Wings are just going to kite the crap out of MVP. We saw it last game with slightly different items, but the same concept, and I think MVP, they go on to lose this match. They may have to rethink their overall strategy because it seems like Wings has completely figured it out.
Yeah, Wings look so good right now at this point.
Dire's top
24
tower
minutes in,
is under
and
attack.
they're doing so well. Looking for more. MVP kind of hemmed into their jungle right now, looking to farm up and just find whatever they can. They had such a dominant lead early on, 3 of the top 4 net worth, but Shadow was always ahead, and now 6K up on this Juggernaut as well. So Shadow continues to farm away. Now with this Mantis Towel, Blink Dagger, and an Ultimate Orb to follow up afterwards. Could very well be a Scotty here, LT.
So for MVP, it looks really bad the way the game's developed, the difficulty they have getting quick kills in team fights. I think the next big power spike, and probably the last one, unless they win fights at that point, is the BKB on Ursa. That's coming pretty soon, along with QO grabbing his. At that point, the Elder Titan is less of a threat. There's still ways to deal with BKB, whether it's the Lasso, the Chrono, Bash, Omni Slash. Like, there are still some solutions, but that gives you one more basically tank of gas with which to work, and I think they have to find multiple track kills at that point, or they will have to GG out. At that point, they have no momentum, no control. Roshan wasn't enough. This will be their next big push, and likely their last if they don't succeed in some kills.
This is before they lose any tier 2 towers, and MVP, that's how much they're struggling at this point. So they're very likely to GG out if they lose another team fight the way they have been.
They're the ones hiding in here. This is very un-MVP-esque. It's not the nature of the draft. It's uncharacteristic, but they've been forced into it because Wade has just not lost the team fight in he's been 15 plus minutes.
And there's that BKB we were talking about, at least for the Ursa. Again, MVP, they need to find something with this alongside the one with QO. Can they get anything done? Again, like you talked about, they weren't concerned. Wings were not concerned about the double agent. Yeah, that ward should scout out the smoke of the sea coming in from Wings. We'll see. MVP can set something up here. They might just back away, but no, looks like they're setting the trap. Heavy will walk up first, break the spell. Now he's being caught. There's the lack of Cronus here on FD. BKB's not there. The dash from DeFall as well. First Splitter, he's low. BKB in the ring. How much longer can he survive? The answer is not much. He's down for 56. New move. Looking at least get the Nether Strike. Not enough damage. Faith Beyond getting the double kill. Wings. And they're not done yet. Shadow walking up, looking for more. MVP not GGing out just yet, but Wings feels like they're moments away from getting into that top 3 spot.
They saw it coming. They knew it was there. The Bounty Hunter still gets caught by the Lasso. You then Chrono the Ursa. There's no counter for Chronosphere. What do? Like, try to vacuum them away from the Chrono? So at that point, Omni Slash just lays into whoever's in there. They burst the Ursa down after the Chrono ends. He did pop BKB, he quitted his ultimate. Still, they just fight him, they ignore him. Then the PA gets pushed away, so she's out of the fight. Now you kill the Spirit Breaker, and then it's a 2v5. Wings are just never allowing MVP to fight as 5. They're the team who's always 5v1 because of their huge AoE control and their team fight abilities. I just don't know what MVP do.
And now there's a Mantis Talent Faith Beyond with more damage, more mobility as well for him to get out. Maybe he had such a good start. He was like 4-1-6, and now he's got 10 deaths to his name. So Febby's struggling on that Bounty Hunter after the beginning stage of this game, which looks so good for MVP.
It's gonna get even harder now. Wings have 2 Ghost Scepters. One on the Bat Rider,
Dire's
one on
middle
Ice
tower
Ice.
is under
No
attack.
Diffusal Blades on MVP. We saw when CTY was playing Ursa, he would often go for that item, but MP's just not farming nearly well enough.
They will find Febby again. Beyond pops Samantha, and that is more than enough damage to that the Firefly. And he's not done. Blink's gonna keep going. They're looking for MP. Time walk. They have been going
Dyer's
for 6
middle
seconds,
tower
but it's not
is
there
under
right
attack.
now.
Ursa wants to come in. He's thinking about it.
His team is also thinking about it in the mid lane. They're saying, okay, we can come to help you, but he's fighting 4 versus 5. Smoke up though from MVP, and this might be the last gasp if it doesn't work out.
They're doing this 4v5 with no track gold. Even if they win, how much gold will they really get out of the fight?
Ice is
Dyer's top
isolated,
tower
and
is
he is
under
going to get
attack.
caught. Right back to back. His Ghost Scepter coming in, and it's Chrono on to 2. Earth's going to follow up. He won't goes down as well. MVP about to lose everything.
It's a massacre, Mon. They can't stand against Wings. Even when they 4v1 find the Elder Titan, he presses Ghost Scepter, and suddenly instead
Dyer's
losing
top tower
4
has fallen.
Wings. They've written the blueprint on how to take down MVP. You just have to take your hat off to the team. Not only did they pick crazy, they picked smart. There is genius behind their apparent madness.
They're going to go for the first high ground push. The tier 3 tower there, moments away from getting to that top 3 spot. Wings will try to get their first set of racks. It's going to be successful. As MVP, no buyback on Duo or Ursa. MP not there to help defend. And Wings back
Radiant's
up.
bottom tower
Successful.
is under attack.
We're at a point now where Juggernaut can man-fight any of these carries. Look how big he is. See the fight again. Charging from Spearbreaker. All 4 heroes arrive. No, actually, what's it again? Because there's another fight breaking out.
He's lost his Shadow. He just purchased his Duo coming in. Blade Stream from Shadow to stop the stifling daggers. Close to getting face down. Firefly bringing him. The Duo pops the BKB. And just a 4-step from Ice, trying to get as best as possible. His Ghost Scepter is down. The kinetic field is there. They might get this 1 kill, but that's it. That's the first kill they've gotten in I don't know how long.
That was with a Darkseer buyback as well. Oh, dear. Even then, it's still not very good for them when it comes to net worth, and they lost the lane of Rex. Triple Ghost Scepter. So, yeah. Diffusal Blade will be mandatory for MVP at this point. Ursa's still a long ways off from it. PA, nowhere near it. Speaking of Diffusal, it's the Faceless Void of Faith Beyond who gets it, but yeah, I think Juggernaut can man-fight any of these carries. Even the PA at this point. He's got Scotty, he has Basher, he has Manta. He is at 23k net worth. Over
Radiant's
almost
bottom
2.5
tower is under
times that
attack.
of the MVP carries. I think he can even man-fight the PA.
Bigwood charging in. He's going to find another second kill, but no! Faith Beyond denies him. Gets the back off. See you later.
The wide glimpse, if they can get vision for it.
Blink is on the hunt for Firefly. They'd like to find more. There's going to be a last one to FT. Maybe Duo, but now they actually lose Bat Rider. Shadow in trouble, and they take it down.
Void is trying to run now.
G, looking for Innocence, can't find him with the Ghost Scepter there.
Dyer's middle
Faith Beyond
tower
wasn't
is
there as
under
well with
attack.
that Fuser Blade, and now MVP will turn this straight into Roshan. Look how much gold they just got from those 2 kills. Shadow with 23k does end up falling. Wow.
Oh, they see the Void, I think.
They have the
Crack.
track up. He'll mantle it off.
Is he gonna try for an Aegis Knight mod?
He's pretty far away. He uses time loss. Charges up, gets the dash out of him. He must just watch the kill the bounty hunter. Gets the chrono. I don't think he finished off, but he can get the kill on MT. He's Roach. He's taking the kill onto the earth. Charges from Duke though. Duo is low. Has to finish off this Roach shot. He's low. The kill will be absolutely. He'll pick it up. This behind nice. They actually eat the cheese on Duo and he's going for Innocence. But again, no way to stop that Ghost Scepter back to back. They now will be able to bring him down. 3 still dead for Wings and Patreon on half going for Duke and we'll find him.
He's going in.
Double and Patreon. Can he do this on his own? Forever Sebi both low. His stuns are there. He's out of mana. Diffuse the blade going to work. And Forever about to fall. Can he get it? Yeah, there it is. The gift on the deck for Patreon. 1 more right to this duel will get it done. Looks like he missed it out.
Are you serious?
Baby.
How is he still alive? They're gonna go back in for QO with the POTs. They might lose the PA as well.
Dyer's middle tower is under
QO, the
attack.
agent is gone. 5 dead. And they get the second kill.
Who's in there?
QO gets stunned up with the bat. And he's gonna jump in. He wants to get face up, but he can't find it. He's gonna fall twice. He's gone twice.
Only Wings would actually take that fight. They're 3v5. They're up a lane of Rex. They're up 15, almost 20k gold, even after the 2 deaths. Face Beyond on a shred of HP goes into 3 heroes, goes into the Aegis. What other team would fight that? And they win. He lands his back to full health.
No buyback.
This
QO
team is relentless.
Wait, you want to, like you said, want to even further. Smoke up this might be the last guy. Does have a lot. The Google will charge in and immediately Faceless response with a confused blading tide. And they will finish off the spear break with no buyback for himself. Second set of racks is going down and MP is going all the way around behind them, but it is going to be 2 sets down, LD.
That is just heart-crushing, Mott. Now they see MP. Wayne's gonna let him go. They're also hunting Febby.
Yeah, well, they don't want Febby instead. He gets the sword rest and he's just gonna walk on out.
I mean, you just finally want to fight. You get 2 huge crack kills. You think you're gonna take those for 3? I mean, it's pretty fine. Surely Waynes are not gonna contest without a buyback. Wrong. They are, and they're gonna win. That is just a knife through your heart. MVP. Desperation now.
They're defending until this Ancient is gone. Patreon on the hunt for Febby. As well. X-wise. They don't have it. Shadow is going to walk for that boundary route. He's going to see that it's gone. Febby won't take it. Realizing that his practical is more important. Although Ice almost has his refresher orb. That is insane. Oh my god.
Chrono refresher ultimate on the Elder Titan.
I mean, they're practically killing them with just 1, let alone 2. The Earth Splitter, so.
And they're not even going for Diffusal Blades. MP is nowhere near one. The PA stopped off for a Basher, feeling like he has to be able to man-fight the Juggernaut and the Void, but truth be told, when both of them have Mantas, I don't think you win in a 1v1. You're only going to win if you have help, which is what happened last time when they jumped up onto the high ground into 4 MVP heroes that were waiting. These supports are still going to be almost impossible to deal with.
Stomp. QO Void sidesteps it. We've entered a lull mid-game after the relentless aggression from Wings, and they've decided to slow down a little bit, and take a drink, and reassess the situation, which is still looking pretty damn good for Wings. That's an Aghanim Scepter for the Faceless Void, if it wasn't enough already. And he also has Diffusal 2 as well.
About like, what, with 5-10 minutes in, I mentioned MVP want to fight around the Wings cooldowns.
Yeah.
There are very few cooldowns now. Refresher nearly complete on the Elder Titan, the 1-minute cooldown on the Chrono. Wings, they can fight constantly too.
And they are smoked up, and that's exactly what they're looking to do. There's no tier 2 in the way. MVP are in their base, no face rush anymore. Looking for that last one, he'll find it. QO now caught. Chrono on 2. QO will fall. No, he gets down to BKB, but he's still barely alive. Static Storm. BKB will keep him alive. Zuko though will fall. The Earth Splitter MP does avoid it now. He's looking for innocence. He's the Missile bladed up. He's losing his mana so quickly. He will go down. He's got buyback. He might have to use it. QO back at the base. They're going for the tier 4. That's it. Wings have secured top 3, and MVP will go down to the losers bracket, LD.
They are quickly becoming the Seedex of CI. Didn't come through the wild card, but Mott, this team kinda came out of nowhere about 6 months ago. Nobody knew who Wings Gaming was. They weren't doing anything particularly impressive. They would take games off top teams, but they had never proven it prior to this event, yet to get it done on a big stage. But here they are, guaranteed over $2 million, top 3 at the International, and they beat MVP at their own damn game. They mad fought them, and they won.
Even with a conventional draft, they proved